Hey guys, welcome to the Hewitt Huddle. It's been a while since we've done one of these videos, so to speak, but we wanted to kind of give everyone just kind of an update of past weeks have been some ups and some downs, some tests, some trials, challenges, but we've also had some triumphs and some things that we're very thankful for. And so kind of, Amber, give us kind of a recap of kind of what all that we've been through kind of in the past month.
Sure. So we've been on a roller coaster of the white blood count. Every time you had treatment, the treatment worked so well that the white blood count would drop, and then we would kind of were in this cycle where that pushed back the treatment plan 3 or 4 weeks, depending on how long it took to get shots, to like the booster shots, to get things back up to where they needed to be. And then we had all kinds of crazy insurance delays, and then that also made the scans and scopes and all the things that we needed to do. It delayed everything. It was kind of like a real life domino effect.
Yes, and so the challenge with the white blood count has been really difficult for me because I'm a people person. I like being around people, and every time I would go out, my family would be like, don't touch anybody, don't shake anybody's hand. And so that was a big challenge for me. And one of the things that kind of has delayed all of our treatments, and my return date was supposed to be fall break, but now that has been pushed all the way back to February. And because of that, we've had kind of some issues with insurance. You shared that a little bit on Facebook. You want to go into any more detail on that?
Yeah, sure. So kind of because everything had been delayed, that kind of caused some issues with insurance, because after you've exhausted your 12 weeks of the FMLA, then they're legally, able to cancel insurance. And so we were kind of in that pocket, and that's the insurance was canceled. And then so we had to go through the process of getting COBRA insurance so that we could move forward with the treatment plan.
Yeah, and so what happened with the treatment plan during that time, because of the white blood count, I wasn't able to get my last round of chemo in. My last 2 rounds of chemo in. And so what ended up happening is that the oncologist decided to go ahead and move forward with surgery. But one of the issues and challenges that we had moving forward with surgery is I had to end up getting a new scope and 2 scans. And because I guess there was just a logjam at the radiology, is that they told us that we wouldn't be able to get in until the end of November to be able to do our scopes and scans. And so that was going to push back our treatment even further. And so, but we've had an army of people praying, and really to show how God has really showed up and showed out. We're going to go through some of the triumphs that we've had through some of these challenges. So insurance was basically canceled for about 1 day. And so, which put a lot of us into a panic, and the people at the radiologist told us that we couldn't get in until we got our insurance figured out. And so, our HR at Wilson County Schools did a great job getting our insurance reinstated so we could go ahead and schedule our scans. And then I get the call that the scans, which they told us we wouldn't be able to get into the end of November, I was actually able to get into both places this past week. And so that just kind of shows how good and awesome God is and how prayer can make things move. But not even talking about that, but talking about everyone calling and asking us how the scopes and scans have gone. And so, all the way through this, we've been talking about pushing, praying until something happens. So what is the something that happened this week that we just kind of want to share the good news with everyone?
Sure. So, I think we've heard, basically all of our lives that God's timing is perfect. A lot of this was very confusing and frustrating, but we can't help but believe that God had his hand on it every step of the way. So on Monday, we had the scope. They redid that. And then yesterday we were able to do this CAT scan and the MRI. both. So thank you so much for praying for those, because those 3 tests, they needed to be redone as soon as possible, and thank God, we were able to get all of them done. To share, we have received the preliminary results for the scope that was done on Monday, and to share some good news on that.
The tumor is gone. Amen. Isn't that awesome? We've been praying about that. We talk about believing in God for miracles, and that God can move mountains. And if you have the faith of a mustard seed, and I'll tell you, during this process, there's times that, your confidence can go up and your confidence can go down. But when I woke up and the doctor came in and said, hey, we did a scope and there was no tumor. The tumor was gone. And I was sitting there going, praise Jesus. But one of the cool things is that where the tumor was, there was actually a small mark. And it just reminded me that sometimes those marks and scars, I think, are reminders to show me that God has been with me and helping me through this the whole entire time. So one of the things that a lot of people are asking is kind of what's next.
Right.
So kind of what's next.
Yes. So like you said, when the doctor was in there doing the test, he said that he was not able to find the tumor. And so he did say there was another area, like a bulge or something. He wasn't quite sure what that was. So the test that we had done yesterday will be more detailed. So we'll know more about that spot. He didn't seem to think that it was another or a new mass. He just wasn't sure what it was exactly. So we'll find out more information about that soon. The TJ's oncologist has, throughout the journey, he has said that his plan was to do chemo and then surgery and then some maintenance chemo after surgery. So once the results have been sent over to his oncologist, we'll go back to see him in about a week and a half. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we'll kind of know what the plan is, have some more concrete updates,
mm-hmm.
Things like that.
And so the recovery time, I think, for this surgery is about 6 weeks. And so we're really praying that over from now until the end of the year, that we're able to get everything scheduled, mm-hmm. all of the surgery, all of the rehab, and all of that to go ahead and take place, so that I can start the new year, kind of new year and new me. And so, but we just want to be very transparent that we are so thankful for the Watertown community, Waters Edge Church, Watertown Middle School, and just a lot of people have done a lot of things to help us out financially, to help us with little things that you take for granted during this time, and gift cards and those types of things. But there's also some people surprised us this past week, and they're going to do a big benefit. Can you kind of share some information about that?
Yes. So Cynthia Hoger and Sandra Baxter and Turner Russell have just been amazing. Like, what I don't even have words to just say how thankful we are for the 3 of them. Like TJ said, they surprised us. They set up an amazing benefit. It's going to be at the church, at Waters Edge Church, on December 1st. They set up a GoFundMe. They set up an account that's for the benefit of TJ Hewitt, I think is the name of it, at Wilson Bank and Trust. And it's been so much more than we could have ever imagined. So.
It's just been amazing how God has seen us all the way through this journey with the love and the cards and the support. And really, God has just seen us through all of the ups and the downs, and people giving us phone calls and text messages. It's just been anything short of amazing. And so we are so thankful. Thank you guys for continuing to push, continue to pray. We are getting towards the end. We can actually see the end of this finish line. And so we are going to continue that race. And so until next time, we want to thank you for watching the Hewitt Huddle.